Hey everybody, this is going to be a divine feminine check-in. Get my clearing wand and clear. Okay, so here we go. I have pulled some cards, then I got a phone call. I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode, so I'm just gonna fly through the first part of this reading and then pick up the cards that I haven't seen yet as we go. So the first thing that I pulled for the feminines was guanine and cystine, commitment, connection, flexibility, and resolution. So the messages coming through here are any of the karmic situations, karmic partnerships, old relationships, tail ends of relationships that the feminines have been navigating. They're reaching resolution. This is peace, being able to lay it to rest. So whether you're still kind of with this person, your karmic partner, or somebody from your past that maybe you've been having second thoughts about or hanging on to certain drama connected with, anything like that, the feminines are finding a resolution with those connections. They're being flexible, and I've seen that the key in this is being able to accurately discern where true commitment and true connection lay. The other card that came out was Seal of Clairsentience, clarity, knowledge, channeling, and unification. So the feminines know that in order to move towards unification and true harmonious connection with someone where it's justified, that they have to listen to divine guidance. So many times in karmic situations, there's that niggling feeling within that says that there is unrest or unsettled energy. Feminines are learning to pay attention to that and discern what it's about so that they do not leap into things that are wishful thinking or unbalanced against their intuitive better knowing. So the flexibility on this card is where there is true commitment but not an actual, or where there is commitment but not an actual connection, the feminines are seeing through that. And where there is an actual connection but maybe not full commitment yet, the feminines are understanding that. So this flexibility is being in the moment, not getting attached to something having to be a certain way, but being very practical. There is a resolution on this idea of attaching to things that are not justified, and feminines have broken through. They're truly understanding and allowing for the divine to show them clarity and give them that knowledge beyond a shadow of a doubt through their own channeled intuition about where true unification can happen. Then I pulled some cards for for clarification, and we got the Ace of Swords with the Emperor coming out. And so the message here is the feminines have had signs and synchronicities lately about this clarity, this information about who the Emperor is and how to discern Emperor frequencies. Not even so much who the Emperor is, but what Emperor energy is. And with this eclipse on the 14th of December, the feminines are truly allowing anything that is not aligned with this type of partnership to be eclipsed out, and they are truly following higher guidance, open to profound insight coming in, aligned with the eternal. And look at this, we also have in this card the infinity symbol as well. So the feminines are attuning to the eternal like never before, desiring and opening up to complete purity, also very much aligning with unconditional love and their own psychic intuitive giftings. Funnily enough, it doesn't come from self, but it comes from alignment of self. By what? Going into this Page or Daughter of Wands energy, which is seeking source, devoting to that path. So this is the feminines committing to the spiritual path as well. Okay, so the first cards that came out for the feminines, how are they thinking about the connection? Got the Six of Cups. And this message is that the feminine sees this very chill, lay back, authentic connection with the masculine. Whereas in karmic situations, the feminine has tried to make situations into something successful, has exhausted every train of thought, every way of coming at the situation. The Ten of Swords is the left for dead, betrayed, bleeding out, hopeless, totally rock bottom energy. The feminines never want to experience that in relationship again. And so this idea of true connection and commitment that we saw in the initial cutting edge energy is really being exemplified here again on the conscious mind. The feminines know that their twin connection is this authentic, and nothing else that they've ever tried to do has measured up to what they see in the twin connection. So there is a deep, deep peace, and that is the clarity and knowledge that's coming in here with this channeling and unification energy. So as above, so below, as the feminines are opening up to seeing authentically through this Page of Wands energy, going to the divine, asking to be shown accurate information, and then being diligent to follow through with that knowing. That's bringing in unification, because that's the only thing the feminines are now a match for. Okay, and then on the heart space, we got the Two of Wands, or the Twin Flame card, clarified by the Four of Wands. So the feminines on the heart space, they know who their emperor is. They are willing to make bold moves, jump out of their comfort zone, choose. The Two of Wands is choosing a path. It is absolutely committing to one of those paths. Right now, that path is this spiritual path. So this Four of Wands is not in the main position here. So it's the supporting card. It's the clarification and the motivation for these bold moves, stepping out of comfort zone, leaping into the unknown, and committing to the divine, because they know that they have been inspired by this twin flame journey. But for many, union is not evident in the physical, but they are so inspired and going forward, trusting the divine. Going on blind faith, but that is not the same as being misguided and going against intuition like they have in the past with karmic situations. Okay, so what are the feminines wishing for the connection? We got the Ace of Swords. They're wishing to rise above. They're wishing to only wield this sword of truth, only align with things that are truthful and divinely shown to be authentic. Here we have the Ace of Swords twice, so that's the underlying energy with the signs, synchronicities, the voice of God coming through. And here is that energy again as the feminine's true wish. They want to be armed with the sword of truth and only go, so just cutting through all of the illusion, cutting through all of the choices, not having weak energy, not having a foot in two worlds, not being in one situation and wishing for another. So for many feminines, if not all listening, any karmic situations or connections with other people that you have been keeping around out of hopeful, wishful thinking or as a backup plan, all of those things are falling away. There's no more of that. There's no more room for that. There is such profound clarity and knowledge, especially coming through this eclipse on December 14th. There's a lot of that energy of clarification and divine signs and synchronicities to point you on the right path, feminines. Okay, this is where the reading goes into the cards I haven't seen yet. So what action are the feminines taking? Ooh, 10 of Wands. We got 10 of Swords already. So we are coming to the end of cycles, the end of burden. Oh, are you kidding? 10 of Wands clarified by 10 of Wands, both in the reverse. So feminines, you're just done. You are totally done. You only want truth. So masculines watching, the feminines are done with the BS. They never want to establish faulty foundations or burdensome things in their lives again. They do not want to align with it. The feminines have reached a high level of clarity, knowledge, and connection with source, so that they will not be led astray again by their own ego, their own wishful thinking, their own desires for something, to settle for something, to hope that they could make something in. You know, the ego also suggests that we can take what we have and make the best of it, or make it into something that fits our expectations. This energy truly is the feminine's putting down ego, putting down burden, putting down all those things that force anything to be any which way. So that includes with you masculines, so feminines, this is taking the pressure off past karmic situations, taking the pressure off masculine, taking the pressure off self, and really aligning with source, going to that connection to the divine, and that being the priority like never before. Wow, this has been a theme in personal readings today too, so awesome. All right, so what is the biggest challenge for the feminines at this time? 8 of Pentacles, putting the work in, focusing on mission, despite knowing that their twin flame is out there somewhere doing their thing, not there in the physical. So feminines, continue working on self. That is the challenge at this time, to continue to put in your best, your excellence towards your own specializations, your own mission, your own foundation, your own life, all the while knowing that your masculine is known to you, that you feel the connection, but that it's not time right now, and that you are being asked to focus on your solo pursuit. All right, what is the spirit guidance for that? Friendship, 3 of Wands, and spiritual commitment. So, wow, I am clearly hearing from the divine. Consider your divine masculine your best friend, divine feminines. Don't be weird. Don't treat him different. Save or accept that this is a divinely guided connection, and honor that above all else. Hold it sacred. Know that this is sealed, I'm hearing, and treat him as though it were your best friend. Don't fall into lower vibrational or conditional attitudes at all right now. Keep this high vibing. I'm hearing platonic for many. I'm hearing listen to the divine guidance, adhere to that knowing. We have the Ace of Swords twice today in today's reading. Keep focused on the path, focused on it, but your peace and your solution right now is to understand that the divine has brought you into connection with your masculine. It is divinely guided. It is not of your power. It is of God's power, and treat your masculine on your heart with the most friendly energy that you can have, and allow that barometer, that cutting edge of what friendly energy is, bring you into more and more unconditional love for your masculine. Oh, that is stunning. Okay, where is the connection going in the near future? 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Empress. So yeah, for those who resonated at the beginning of this with karmic situations that have lost their stronghold, their power, divine feminines are about to step into full-blown single energy and full-blown Empress energy. You really are already coming into alignment, 0 point, true connection, unification with your masculine. You know what Emperor energy is, and you are in the process, there's that word, unification, of embodying in your physical world your sovereignty, your independence from anything that's been holding you, feminine, back from this connection. We often get sidetracked with masculine readings, and it could appear to those watching readings that the feminines aren't mirroring that energy exactly, but look at that. This proves that the feminines, as you're coming into the divine awareness of what an emperor is, you are also embodying the exact same process within becoming the Empress. So yeah, take the needle out of your own eye before you take the plank out of someone else's. Is that how that goes? Anyways, wow, look at that. So masculine's watching, your feminine is becoming single, sovereign, or autonomous. It might not be an actual karmic situation with a person, but take it how it resonates. Those words, single, autonomous, sovereign, independent, can be applied to very many belief structures, situations, all of that. So yeah, we often focus on the things, the inconvenient things that the feminines can say are functioning in the masculines' lives. But look at that, everybody. The feminines are stepping into their autonomy as well. Okay, so much love, everyone, and I'm off to do the masculine reading.